90 minutes home at the Holland and on the Jersey side, the Newark Bay by far.
Welcome to a glary documenting history time capsule.
The outer bridge to the West Shore will treat you better.
We're driving from Garfield to Patterson.
To the West Shore Expressway. And if you're in a jam, call the Barnes Firm traffic tip line at 844-JAM-1010. That's 844-JAM-1010. Traffic is sponsored by the Barnes Firm. Greg Rice, 1010 wins at 92.3 FM.
I'm attorney Rich Barnes. If you've been in a car crash, choosing the right firm is crucial to get the help you need and the best result possible.
The Barnes Firm. Injury attorneys. Call 1-800-8-million.
Manhattan, Long Island.
Now let's get a check of your AccuWeather forecast. Here's meteorologist Matt Benz.
And it will be a chilly one here for tonight. Clear as well, low 47 in Midtown, but be aware areas of frost are possible in more distant Hudson Valley and Jersey suburbs. That's where temperatures could fall back into the middle 30s here for tonight. Tomorrow remaining cool, sunshine, patchy clouds, high of 63. Not as cool for tomorrow night. Temperatures generally in the lower 50s. And for the rest of your Saturday forecast, looking dry, high of 67. Sunday, here comes our next coastal storm, delivering rain to the area, but also the threat for strong winds and the risk for coastal flooding. We'll keep you up to date on the latest with a high of 62. Right now it's 57 degrees in Central Park under a sunny sky. Repeating, the current temperature is 57, falling down to 47 tonight in Midtown. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Matt Benz on New York's weather station, 1010 winds on 92.3 FM.
New York Attorney General Letitia James will appeal a court ruling that allowed the owners of the now shuttered Indian Point nuclear plant to resume the dumping of radioactive wastewater into the Hudson River. New York's Save the Hudson law, passed in 2023, stopped the dumping, but a federal judge struck down the state law, saying New York overstepped its authority and that only the federal government has the authority to regulate nuclear discharge. And yes, we will have much more coming up a little later on the reported indictment of Tish James on a fraud charge. New York City Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch is calling on the Trump administration to reverse $34 million in cuts to the MTA for transit safety.
These funds are the difference between preventing the next attack in our transit system and a transit system left exposed to it. My hope is that the governor's clear calls to reverse this ill-conceived funding cut will be heeded. For the millions of people who ride and depend on our subways each day, these critical resources must be restored.
Governor Hochul accused the Trump administration of defunding the police. The Department of Homeland Security announced that it was denying the transit security grant, money historically given to the MTA and already promised for this year. Attorney General James has already taken legal action to restore that funding. Pope Leo is blasting the way some live in the age of growing inequality.
In a document begun by his predecessor, Francis, but completed and signed in his own name, Pope Leo deplores how wealthy people live in what he calls a bubble of comfort and luxury, while the poor suffer. The Catholic Church's preferential option for the poor, Leo says, is encoded in its DNA, is non-negotiable, and is in fact the very essence of what it means to be a Christian.
That's correspondent Vicki Barker. Also today, the Pope encouraged international news agencies to stand firm against what he called the ancient art of lying and manipulation, as he strongly backed a free, independent, and objective press. A museum in the South is having a bad hair day, as in they need to unload all of their famous hair.
Century-old wreaths made from human hair fill the walls of Leala's Hair Museum in Independence, Missouri. Glass cases overflow with necklaces and watch bands made from the locks of the dead. There are also strands of hair purported to come from past presidents, Hollywood legend Marilyn Monroe, and even Jesus. But the museum's founder, Leala Cahoon, died last November at 92. Now the collection of more than 3,000 pieces is headed to museums around the country.
That's correspondent Chuck Siebertson. 57 degrees now, clear here in the city. We are going down to 47 degrees tonight. An extended late night episode featuring Taylor Swift is on the way. That story's coming up next.
Too many tools, too much stress, and way too many bills. Odoo replaces it all. One connected platform for every part of your business, so you can work faster, smarter, and
Odoo, the only software you'll ever need. Try it free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Picture this. You're halfway through a DIY car fix and boom, you're missing a part. It's okay, because whatever it is, it's on eBay and it's guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love.
You know so much about who you are. But do you know what makes your body your body? With over 100 lab tests and insights, Function can help you know the truth. Because you know you're made of grit, wit, and a good heart. But just how healthy is that heart? You know you're made up of all the places you've called home. You know you're made of your mom's sarcasm. And now you can find out if you have her thyroid too. You know you're made of college all-nighters and 30s early-nighters. But those still don't explain your sleep issues. You know that you're made up of good meals with even better conversation. But are you actually absorbing those nutrients? A Function membership gives you a comprehensive health check with results tracked over time. Find out what you're made of at functionhealth.com. Now 1010 wins entertainment.
Thank you for the love.
Showgirl continues on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Turns out we didn't see all of Taylor Swift's recent appearance, and now the show will air a special episode tomorrow night featuring some outtakes of Fallon's interview with Swift. We're getting our first look at the Game of Thrones prequel, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
They charged me to be a good knight, to defend the weak and the innocent, and I swore that I would.
HBO has released the first trailer for the series set 100 years before the events in the Game of Thrones. The series premieres January 18th.
Entertainment on 1010 Wins is sponsored by Shulman & Hill, New York's injury lawyers.
Go to hurtny.com.
That's hurtny.com.
The lunch was great. Greenwich Village is a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall. If you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's creoninfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
All News 92.3 FM, powered by 1010 Wins.
The News Watch never stops. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. 57 degrees at 5:40. I'm Lori Metten, and here's what's happening. New York Attorney General Letitia James is indicted on a fraud charge in Virginia. James is now speaking out against what she calls Donald Trump's weaponization of the Justice Department. We will play her response. The first mayoral poll since Eric Adams exited the race shows Andrew Cuomo picking up all of the mayor's support, but still trailing frontrunner Zohran Mamdani by 13 points. Nassau County officials say they've put the brakes on a commercial driver's license fraud that had surrogates taking road tests for would-be pros. A New York City transit worker attacked at the J Street Metro tech station. The leading Democratic candidate for governor of California going viral once again for an old video of her chewing out her staff. 1010 Wins AccuWeather says clear sky tonight, low 47 degrees. We may see some frost in areas north and west of us. Sunshine tomorrow, high 63. Wins News Time 541 from the Mercedes.